Let me start with this. Image. What's my image? What's your image? Image is one of those kind of subjective things, right? But then there are certain images, like O.J. Simpson's image, that's not, used to be a good image. It's not a really good image anymore. It's funny about image. LeBron James, according to a story yesterday, LeBron now has denied it multiple times on Twitter that he wanted to kick Kyrie Irving's blank, butt. Because Kyrie Irving suddenly wants out of Cleveland. LeBron James says, boo, get another source. Stephen A. Smith, that's just simply not true. But the concern is for LeBron, people in his camp are saying this does not look good for his image. I've got news for you. This is not going to ding LeBron's image. Let's think about image. Look at Michael Jordan's career. A divorce, gambling rumors, quit the sport, failed at baseball, outrageously bad general manager, punched a teammate, petty Hall of Fame speech. What's his image? The GOAT. LeBron James has a much better image than MJ. The chosen one, the decision, titles in Miami and Cleveland, coming home, never in trouble, makes every teammate better. Where's the sinister quit the sport? Where's the horrible GM, divorce, petty Hall of Fame speech, failed massively at baseball? LeBron's got none of those. This idea that Kyrie wanting out of LeBron is going to hurt LeBron's image is laughable. You do realize that all the teams that Kyrie probably wants to go to have a point guard. Golden State, they don't need Kyrie. Washington's good. They don't need Kyrie. Oklahoma City's good. They don't need Kyrie. Houston's good. They don't need Kyrie. San Antonio's pretty good. They don't have anything to give Cleveland to get Kyrie. What about Boston? You think Cleveland's going to trade Kyrie to their rival, the Celtics? I don't think so. This is going to be years from now. This is going to be a 25-year-old who's been called immature before making a career-defining mistake decision. This will not be in LeBron's top 5 memorable moments. The chosen one, the titles, the decision, beating the Warriors, arguably greatest of all time. You do get that LeBron's resume is globally significant. Hell, yesterday he made $35 million on a pizza chain. LeBron's dealing with global imagery. This is going to be because none of the teams where Kyrie could compete for a championship, none of those need him or are going to get him. This is going to be a career-defining mistake by Kyrie Irving. It will have virtually no impact on LeBron James' image. So if LeBron is worried about that, partner, don't. You are playing at a different level. And when you are as great as Michael Jordan, and you are as great as LeBron, and when you're as great as Tom Brady, I mean, you do know about Tom Brady's skeevy trainer, right? You do know about Spygate and Deflategate, right? When you're playing at that level of excellence, it overwhelms everything else. Kyrie Irving, by leaving, this is going to be his defining moment. And in my opinion, it is a big mistake. Derrick Rose agreed to a 1-year, $2 million contract with the Cavaliers. I have no problem acknowledging. I've never been a fan of Derrick Rose, never got it. I didn't think he was terribly smart. He can't shoot, is not a willing defender. Once was quoted saying, it's not my job to recruit other players, when LeBron James was in Cleveland thinking about playing for Chicago, and the best player in Chicago was Derrick Rose, and his quote was, it's not my job to recruit other players. It's absolutely your job to recruit other players. That's what LeBron did, D. Wade did, Steph Curry did, Klay Thompson did. That's what you do. You recruit other players. He's also the guy that called the Knicks a super team, not Golden State, and they finished 31-51. Derrick Rose is also the guy the fawning media fell in love with. Maybe you've heard the story before. Dynamic point guard, can't really shoot a jumper, can't shoot threes, and gets an MVP trophy. Sound familiar? Not Westbrook, but Derrick Rose. He was also the guy that signed a $150 million shoe deal a couple years with Adidas. The fact he could not stay healthy and stay on the court. It was a bad contract for Adidas. He just signed it for $150 million, and he couldn't stay on the court. And then he went to a press conference in Chicago, and they asked him about basketball. Again, he just signed a $150 million shoe deal and couldn't stay on the court and stay healthy. And they asked him about basketball, and here's what he talked about.
My mindset was just making sure that I was working out every day and spending as much time as possible with my son and focusing on them two things.
Oh, that's nice.
Making sure my family is financially stable. As far as you see all the money that they're passing out in this league.
Money?
And just telling the truth. And just knowing that my day will be coming up soon, and it's not for me, it's for PJ and his future. So that's what I'm thinking about right now.
This is a guy that's never understood the temperature of the room. It's not my job to recruit LeBron. No, that's what the smart players do. The Knicks, not the Warriors, are a super team. I just signed a $150 million shoe deal for really a blue-collar city, Chicago, but this camp I'm worried about getting my money. By the way, he could have chose the Lakers or Cleveland, and he blew this one too. He'd actually play for the Lakers. He could actually potentially be their first or second leading scorer. He could actually have influence on the Lakers. He really could. He wouldn't stay forever, but on a young team, he could have been a go-to guy on an emerging young team. Or he can go to the quickly evaporating, wildly dysfunctional Cavaliers, where LeBron likes the ball, so does D. Rose. LeBron likes shooters, D. Rose can't shoot a three. And where if Kyrie Irving isn't traded, he'll just rot on the bench and play garbage minutes. Once again, Derrick Rose and the NBA fanboys fell in love with him. I never did. He just doesn't understand the temperature of the room. And even yesterday, another opportunity to make a smart decision. And as a Laker fan here, people out in L.A., better off without him. But it would have been the better choice for Derrick Rose. A young, promising team, he would have had influence, or rotting on the bench playing garbage minutes for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And LeBron will not be there, potentially, in 1 year.